Hi, I'm Molly. Welcome to Barrow, Colorado Island in the beautiful country of Panama. We're here studying tropical ecology, and we broke off into groups to do research projects in Gamboa. My group chose to do a research project on how the distance of a tree from a forest edge affects how birds forage on those trees and how much they forage. So we chose a mango tree because they're pretty abundant down here, and a lot of birds and other animals will choose to forage on those eat those fruits. And we were testing the optimal foraging theory, which basically describes how animals will choose to eat foods that are easy to get to with the least amount of energy required to get to them, and as well as the energy that's provided by the food that they're eating. And it also takes into account the predation risk that could go into that factor, so how likely they are going to be preyed upon by another animal and how that affects where they're going to go to eat. So what we did was we set aside 2 different plots of land in Gamboa near our schoolhouse, and we in each plot we had a tree that was close to the forest edge and a tree that was far away from the forest edge, kind of in an more of an urban setting in a little village. And we observed how many birds were actually feeding on the fruits in each tree. And what we were thinking to get out of that is how the distance of the tree from the forest edge affects exactly how the birds forage on the mango trees. And we didn't actually find any significant data, and that means that there wasn't actually any difference between the trees and what the birds chose. But that's okay, because a lot of the research that we did before the project we had, a lot of the other researchers who have tried similar things have found different parts of the optimal foraging theory that play into a lot of variables. So there could be a factor, which is pretty interesting to me. This part's probably why it's most unique, is that the optimal foraging theory has so much going into it, and we could look at why the predators are maybe not going into the open areas, and maybe that's why the birds are not feeding in the forest, but also some are feeding in the forest because it takes less time to get there, and there's not as much of a trek to get to the open area. So there's a lot more to be done, but maybe in the future we'll get to that.